Hey brothers, what's up? JK with Porn Reboot here, and today we're going to talk about wet dreams. Have you ever wondered if your wet dream or your nocturnal emission or even your intense sexual dreams which linger through the next day, if they are a relapse or if they can be considered to be a slip? Now, early in my reboot, I actually wondered the same thing. And I would have these extremely vivid sexual dreams, and one could reasonably say that these were even more realistic than sex. Sometimes I would ejaculate or orgasm really powerfully while I was asleep. I'd wake up, my boxers would be just soaked, I'd go to the bathroom, and I would stare in amazement at just the amount of semen I had ejaculated. So you may have probably had the exact same experience. The next day you wake up and you just feel that your streak has been broken, right? Sometimes your addict, your inner addict, that's a term we use in Porn Reboot, is on red alert. It's rationalizing all the reasons why you should just go ahead and fuck it, right? Just go ahead and watch pornography today. It will say things like, you know what, you slipped after all, you might as well watch pornography, just watch it once today at least, right? Or some other bullshit. And I get it, it can be a confusing experience when it's completely out of your control. Or maybe you experience back-to-back days of sexual dreams during your first few weeks of rebooting, and you're worried that this is perhaps some sort of sign that you're about to relapse. So allow me to kind of dispel your fears. A wet dream is absolutely normal, and it has nothing to do with your reboot, save the odd couple of days where you might have a few more intense sexual dreams than normal. There's never been any conclusive scientific study as to why we actually have wet dreams, so I won't even go there. They're just a bunch of theories. What I do know is that any concern that you may have about your wet dreams making you feel the same way you do after a relapse, that is purely psychological. It's all in your mind. In my 9 years of reboot mentoring, I've noticed that there are two sorts of men who kind of worry about this. And the first type of man who worries about this is you're usually conservative, religious, or a formerly religious man of any religion. And this is simply conditioning, right? It's usually some shame based on your religion or your religious belief. And the second type of men are men who formed a strong attachments to counting or semen retention because of the perceived positive changes that you could experience from staying off porn and masturbation. So it's important to identify which category you fall into, and then accept the fact that wet dreams are actually just a normal biological function. Also, men in their teens experience wet dreams more frequently than men who are not in their teens, right? And roughly 8 out of 10 men experience them a couple of times a year. So even I have wet dreams multiple times a year, despite being free of my porn and masturbation addiction for over a decade. And if your Kegel exercises, which are pelvic floor exercises, if your Kegel game is on point, your orgasms might actually end up being quite intense. However, most of the time, I forget about it by the time I'm awake, and I only remember later on in the day, if my girlfriend decides to tell me about a dream she had, and I had a wet dream. I still feel great, there's no shame, there's no remorse, there are no extra sexual thoughts. So brothers, I hope this clears it up for you. Basically, it isn't a big deal. I'm JK, your brother in this struggle. Thank you for watching this video. And if you fall into the category of men who, you listen to this and you're like, JK, I get it, but my wet dreams are still causing me to masturbate at night, and I've been unable to control my urge to do so, then you may need a coping strategy or a boundary to help you with that. So whenever you're ready, there are 3 ways that I can help you end your out of control behavior with porn, sex, or masturbation. And the first way is to join our weekly live training, and it's called 7 Secrets of Porn-Free Men. It's basically the roadmap to ending your behavior with porn and masturbation addiction, and there's a link to view that free training in the description of this video below. You can also join our Reboot Facebook group. It's a free group to join, and you can meet up with other men who are ending their out of control behavior and get yourself an accountability partner. There's also a link below the video. And finally, you can join our coaching group. The next season is beginning soon, and this is a group where you can get accountability partners, you can get one-on-one and group coaching from me, you can get a porn filter. Basically, if you are trying to end your behavior within the next 90 days, then this is the group for you, and you can schedule a call with one of my team members using the link in the description below the video. Now, if you found this video helpful, please go ahead and share it with 3 men who you feel might benefit from it. Also, don't forget to click and subscribe and click on the little bell icon so that you get notifications whenever I release videos. I release between 4 to 5 videos a week. And if you have any other questions, go ahead and ask me in the comment section below. Most of the time, I'll just put together a video for you. There's no charge. I don't have any Patreon, however the heck it's pronounced. I'll just do it for you. Ask the question, I shall respond. I appreciate you, and I'll talk to you later on this week.